Hey guys, welcome back to Smart Freaks. First of all, thanks for 100 plus subscribers and thanks for the valuable feedback from all of you on our first video. We Smart Freaks are here to showcase our talents through YouTube and we are focusing on cooking, craft, education, technology and much more. And today let us focus on technology and the topic is ABCDE, that is anybody can do editing with zero money. I know you might have a question why I am doing a tutorial on video editing even though there are tons of tutorials online. But this is something different where I am going to showcase an example of a video which is already live on YouTube. Let's begin our episode. There are many softwares available over online like Movavi, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, KineMaster Pro, etc. But I really like iMovie because it comes free with macOS and needs very minimal effort to master. Other than this, it even does the job very well. In this video, I am going to show you how I did my first video using iMovie, Keynote, Planzoid, Canva, etc. Check the video link in the description. Normally, most of the videos nowadays have a catchy intro with a good animation. Even my first video also having an animation, but I am going to discuss about how I have done it later, so please watch till the end. For any video editing, the first and foremost important thing is assets, including audio, video, images, voiceovers, that means audio files. So please keep all your recordings and assets in a folder. Number 1. Import media. Click on create new and click on iMovie and select import media and select the folder where all your assets are there. Click on that and select the folder and say import selected. So once you do import selected, you can see all your videos in your import section. Timeline. Once you are done with the import media, the next step is to drag and drop all your assets in an order to your timeline. Select the videos in an order which you wanted to see in the final output. Even you can hover on the video in the import media section and see what the video file contains and you can get a gist of it. You can increase or trim the length of the video or audio file at any time. Don't worry, I'm going to teach you soon. So once you are done with your importing stuff, the next thing is adding voiceover or adding a background music. So first, always make sure if your video or audio having any kind of background noises. Okay, so first you can do is you can just go ahead and click here and say detach audio. Okay, for example, this doesn't have, but suppose here, and you can see detach audio. So once you detach audio, so basically your audio field will convert into like this. You can go and click on this and you can delete it. And if you wanted to add a background music, let's suppose this is a background music. Okay, so if you play this in the secondary timeline, so if and I'll reduce the volume little because it's a background music and it should not be too much foreground. Okay, so if I hear this, okay, cool. So if for example I have a voiceover, so my friend did a voiceover, so what I have done was I asked her to give me a audio recording file. So once I got the audio recording file, what I have done was just drop to the secondary timeline. Okay, now both this background music and even the her voice will be visible, will be here at the same time. You will get to know. Okay, so I will just reduce this volume to 50%.
Hello friends, welcome to Spicy Freaks. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಮಾಡುವ ರೆಸಿಪಿ
For any cooking video, showing the ingredients of what chef is putting is important. In iMovie also there is a way where we can add titles in the top or bottom or right, top or bottom left or wherever you want. So you know the next topic is all about is titles. You just need to go to the titles, it's under the top, and select the right or whatever the title you wanted to. So select that, and where you wanted to show the ingredients. Let's suppose in my case I wanted to show ingredients before fish comes. So I selected the right place, and now when fish comes I wanted to show like fish 500 grams. So what am I going to do is I'll just drop one more title card which is near to ingredients and say fish 500 grams. I'll remove the description. Cool. Let's see how it looks. Ingredients is coming. Fish 500 grams. Yes. Let's see. If I wanted to show this fish, center aligned. So that if you go on top, you can see multiple options about where you wanted to align the text and increase the brightness and everything. So now what am I going to do is I'll select center align. Once you have added the titles, the next thing is you need some kind of a transition from one video to another video, or from an intro to the video. Let's suppose you can add transitions. There are a number of options available like wipe left, wipe right, circle close. There are like decent number of options are there. So what am I going to do is I will add a transition after the intro ends. So let's see how it looks. Okay, so that is how it looks. So I will add one more transition after the introduction image ends. Okay, cool. So this is how it is going to look. That's it. So you can choose number of there, you can choose whatever transition you wanted to apply. That's it. After the titles and the transitions, the next thing we are going to talk about is time lapse. So time lapse is basically gives you a feeling of making a 100-minute video into 5 minutes or 20 minutes. So, and even if, you can increase the length of a video also with the time lapse effect. So let's suppose there is a video here where where I wanted to convert this video into fast frame. Okay, so go top, so you can see a speedometer symbol there, and click on fast. Okay, and there are other options available like normal, slow, freeze frame, custom and all. So for now we'll go with the fast and select 4x. And see how it is going to look like. Cool. Next, what am I going to do is I wanted to give a freeze frame effect. Freeze frame effect is like I wanted to freeze the existing frame for like number of seconds, which I can configure it. Let's suppose I configured it for 3 seconds. So you can see a hand symbol out there in the timeline. Basically it is showing that it is a freeze frame. Now I wanted to give a fast effect, fast frame, where I wanted to say 8x. So if you see there is a rabbit symbol out there, that means rabbit runs faster. It is a time lapse effect. Okay, let's play how it is going to look like. Awesome. Now I wanted to give a slow motion effect for a video. So for that, what I can do is I can click the speedometer symbol there and select slow. Here, whenever I selected slow, there is a symbol down there which is a tortoise there. So that means it's indicating that it runs slower. So I can select 30%, 50%, 10%, and you can even customize it further. After adding the titles, transition, time lapse, everything, the next important thing is showcasing that it's your video. Yes, your guess is correct. Adding a logo. So adding a logo is so simple. Just you need to have your own company logo and add to the timeline, which is on the top of the video timeline, and select on that. And when in the first phase, it will be like the entire video will be covered with your logo. So what you need to do is select the option there, picture in picture. Once you select the picture in picture, now you can see your SmartFreaks logo is actually half cut, because it is by default will be in the Ken Burns effect. What you can do is you can select an option where a style basically to fit. Even crop to fit doesn't work. So what you need to do is select the option as fit, save it, and now you can move wherever you wanted to. Maybe I'll do it as a top left. Cool. Let's see how it is going to look like. Awesome. So my company logo is on top. Now I wanted to add a subscribe button because subscriptions are very much important for any channel. Alright. So this is my subscribe button which I got from internet, and I'm going to keep it with the SmartFreaks, so that SmartFreaks and subscribe button will come at the same time. We get a lot of subscribers too. And I'm going to select fit, as you all know. Awesome. So now let's see how it is going to look like. Yes, now we can see both SmartFreaks and subscribe button will come on the screen. Oh no, wait, SmartFreaks logo is missing. Okay, one more thing, in iMovie there is no option to show two images at the same time. You might be thinking that this is going to be a bigger problem, but there is a workaround where you can make a video with your company logo. Like basically this is your final go ahead video, and so already I have done a video which is like with the company logo. Okay, what am I going to do is I'll drop that video to the timeline, okay, and add the subscribe button there. So then my problem is solved, where I have both SmartFreaks and even the subscribe button also. Let's look how I'm going to do it. So I have dropped the video which is already having the SmartFreaks logo. Now I'm going to add the subscribe button also. Yes. Now if you see, okay, again I have to select to fit, picture in picture, and say the style to fit. Okay, cool. Now I will drop to top right. Yeah. Now if you see, now both SmartFreaks and subscribe button is coming. So this is the workaround. I know this is a little overhead, but this is how we have to live with iMovie. I know what you're thinking. The next topic is about green screen effects. Green screen effects are basically helps you to render the frame on top of a video. I'm talking with respect to our video. I've created a simple green screen effect using Keynote. You might be thinking Keynote is not for animation, but Keynote can be used even for animations and green screen effects also. Okay, so if you see here, basically it has a rectangle white background, and it has a logo, and it has a SmartFreaks text, and it has a like symbol, it has a subscribe button, and it has a bell icon. So what I wanted to do is here, I wanted to give each and every symbol out there an effect. Okay, basically this entire white background rectangle will just pop in, and SmartFreaks logo will just giving a shimming effect. Okay, so let's see how it basically I'm going to do it. So if you see the rectangle, right, so it just comes the built-in is appear, and there is no effect for it. And if you see the SmartFreaks logo, and the built-in effect is shimmer, and the order is 2, and if you see preview, it is how it is going to look like. And there is no action, and there is a duration and all, but there is no action here. And if you see the text, so the text animation is by object, and there is a specified order for it, so make sure your order should be fine. And anyways, you can correct it at the time of build. And yeah, so now this like button, I wanted to give an effect of, let's suppose, bounce. Like it looks like asking for a like. So now let's add some animation for like button. Okay, so the built-in is appear, and I wanted to add an action which is bounce. Okay, so the bounce you can configure like how many times you want it to bounce. And there are other effects also there, like jingle, blink, flip. So you can basically try it out, whichever looks good you can go ahead with it. Okay, so for the bell icon, I have given a jingle effect. Basically it's like a ziggle effects. Sorry, it's not jingle. And I can give a duration for like how much time, and the intensity of the bell icon also. I can configure it, and I can configure the duration of the that jingle effect also. Okay, and now once it is done, what you can do is you can build the order. So here you can basically see the order of each and every element out there in the keynote. And remember one thing, your background should always be green, because the name itself is green screen effect. Okay, let's see the preview how it is going to look like. Cool. Now the like button is bouncing, and the bell icon was ziggling. Awesome. And what you have to do is now you have to export to iMovie, because we wanted to use it in iMovie. Okay, so self-playing, and maybe you can just select the resolution to 1080p and export it to a folder where you want it to. So I have done some keynote animations, even though it is a basic one, but for starting this is good enough. So what we have to do was we have to drop to the primary timeline here, and go here and select green screen blue screen effect. Okay, even it is 13.3 seconds animation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a time lapse effect for this. Okay, I'm going to give a fast 2x, and you can see here rabbit, and click on this, how it is going to look like.
ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಫ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ.
Okay, now even I have done something like advanced one. I won't say it's advanced, so it is like one more little more animation stuff. So I'm going to show you that you can even find online also. Okay, and you can add background like a click effect and all you can add. If you find good sound effects, you can add it to the animations. So I selected a green screen blue screen. What am I going to do is I added it here. Now comes to the important part of this video, which is called animated intros. Okay, to do animated intro for my video, what I have used is not Keynote. I have taken the help of open source, and there is a very good site called Panzoid. So Panzoid gives you a lot of options. Like it has a rich content of animated intros, and even you can create your own intros as well. For my video, I have used a simple, decent animated intro, which was created earlier by someone. So which is called as Zitro. I call it as Zitro, and this is the render mode. Okay, currently it has a Zitro text. So now what I will do is I will change the text to SmartFreaks. Okay, you go to section here. Yes, you can change here. You can change to Zitro to SmartFreaks. once you are done, what you can do is you can just check how it is going to look like, and even you can have a customization option to render the elements however you want, like in a 3D representation way also you can basically render that. There are a lot of customization available, and once you are satisfied with your animated intro, you basically start video render. Once the video render is done, you will get an option to download the animated intro. Okay, but there is a catch here, because Panzoid gives you only in two formats. One is MKV and one more is WebM, and unfortunately iMovie doesn't support MKVs nor WebMs. You have to use some kind of an online converter to convert from MKV to MP4s. Okay, you have added the voiceover, but sometimes in the voiceover you may find some kind of a background noise, like suppose dog barking, or some kind of extra like a horn sound and all. iMovie gives an option to reduce your background noise, or even it provides an option to equalize also. What I mean is, if you wanted to enhance your audio or the background music, sometimes your audio voiceover will be very less, so you can enhance it. If still you are not satisfied with the output, there is a very good tool called Audacity, which is an open source. Again, you can use that to reduce the background noise. Okay, now the video editing is done. Okay, the next and important thing is go live. Once you're done with your video editing, what you have to do is you can click on the export media, and which is actually the icon top there, and there are multiple options available where you can directly post on YouTube or a Facebook or Vimeo. But I select file, because I will get an option to see one time how my video actually looks like. And what I'm going to do is, here I'll select the format as video and audio, and I'll select the 1080p. You have other options also, 720p and everything, but yeah, I'll select the 1080p. And there is a quality option here. Please make sure your quality, because your quality actually increase or decrease the size of the video. So if you select high, best resolution, it will give you in GBs. Okay, so what I have selected is medium. I think medium is good enough for me to go live. Okay, and that's it. So if you like my video, please subscribe, and you want me to do many more videos, or like video editing or any technology related, please tell in the comment section, and I will take a look at it. And one more thing, do not forget to give credits to open source in your video description. Actually, it is a good way to support them, and even the audio files, whatever you're going to use, please mention it in your video description. Okay, that's it. Happy video editing.